I want to thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah.
This is
Thank you for
another
having me.
this is another episode of A Dose of Reveal. Um, so why don't you introduce yourself? Who are you?
Hey, I'm Jamie Mack from Brooklyn, New York. 40-year-old black man that's determined to win. Simple.
Are you excited about being 40 years old?
Oh
Because I
yeah,
keep
man.
hearing you say that. So like, are you excited to be in your 40s?
Yeah, I mean, from where when I was supposed to be counted out at 17, literally. So yeah, to be 40, that's 23 years later. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Because I keep hearing you saying 40, 40, 40.
Now
Like,
40,
you
40,
want the
40 is
world
that
to
number
know.
right now. Like you gotta respect it. That's what that's that age where like, hold up, he been through, he lived and he's ready to keep going. He got enough knowledge to keep going. A lot of people don't make it to that pinnacle age right there, and I think that's very, you know, celeb celeb celebratious. I just made up that word, celebracious, but it's very,
Right.
a unique age to reach, man. Especially, I guess, when you walk in a different type of life, such as myself, very dangerous tightrope, no safety belts and nets. So, yeah, I always throw that around. I'm happy to be here, 40 years old, healthy. Yeah,
Right, right,
you got it?
right.
Yes.
So what, I wanted to ask you, what would you consider, um, a traumatic experience for you that assisted you with, kind of with making changes in your life?
As far as just generally or like
Just in,
aesthetically, as
just in,
far as
just
like
in general,
financially, just in general? Oh, I mean, for me, when I was 17, I was shot, paralyzed, and my whole world changed. So, being counted out by professional doctors and therapists and pretty much everybody that I knew in my world, accepted that was what it was going to be for me. So it wasn't no support in that world, and I really had to just really, you know, um, count on myself. And I use a slogan on social media, bet on yourself, bet on yourself. And that really came, from me knowing that everything I've been through, I had to bet on myself, no matter what the situations were. And just me having that determination and, that mentality, it just got me where I needed to be and it always push forward. And, having that, just turning knobs in life, kicking, not giving up, doors open. I never settled, and it worked in my favor, for me to be able to, like I said, we back to 40 now, right? So I'll be able to throw around 40, and have um, vision for that, where you could create something like a movie for it, and like, wow, so 40 is like dope, you know what I mean? So I throw that around a lot. So yeah.
Right. How many times did you get shot? You remember?
Total of 9 times, 3 times in my lower back, 6 times in my legs when I was on the ground.
Wow.
Yeah. So the three in the back instantly paralyzed me. Um, I didn't necessarily have to get shot the extra 6 times when I think back on that situation, but I was young, very hot headed individual, aggressive young boy, and so my mouth ran, and I'm not on the floor crying like the average individual or the person might think. What happens when a person gets shot? They yelling, screaming, and crying. I was too mad for all that shit. I'm telling them I'm gonna kill them, So in the midst of that, I guess I'd even struck some more fear in them, because even at the initial shooting, it was more of a fear thing. I wasn't leaving and running. They didn't pull out a gun and I was running. It was like I'm still popping junk with the gun, and it was like, I don't know my mindset, but when you're in them streets, it's already suicidal. When I think back, the mindset that you have to possess to live in that world, you
Right.
have to have a suicidal mindset. There's no type of thing of, and it's no, explanation to that. It's that simple. So for that action was actually a normal reaction in that world, but now that I step back, I'm like, what? We pull out a gun today, my life today, somebody pull out, but I don't entertain that. But if that was to be a situation, it's a crazy world. I'm respecting that gun, and not because I was shot, because I respect life.
Right.
Back then I didn't respect life, so it didn't matter. That gun, it was like, you better use it. Now it's like, hey, bro, I would talk my way out that situation the same way I could have that night. So, my whole life changed from the mentality that I possessed, and that was probably the lesson that I had to be able to get out of, because it would have damaged me later in life. Who knows? But I know, the mentality I had was, very suicidal, you know what I mean? And it says it like that plan, people might not look at it that way, but every day we wake up with no ending, with no plan. It's just to come out to whatever could happen to us every day, every day. And, for years. So looking back in on that, that's where it go for me. But yeah.
Mm. So you and I, we grew up in the same neighborhood, right?
Yeah, right.
Right. And what would you say growing up in the same place, what was different for you, and what would you consider contribute, as you said, of just having such a attitude, that you would call it? What do you think contribute to that?
Mm, I mean, you go through different things in our households and in life, right? So not being able to express that is like one of the, things that could contribute to you going, different ways and stuff in that nature. Because for me, like in my household, my mom had sickle cell. So since I was a kid, I learned how to call the ambulance, which is dial 911, and then call my grandma. This was a routine that I had to know how to do at a young age. You know what I mean? So knowing that, like, that affected me, because I spent more time visiting my mom in the hospital than I did actually, seeing her home healthy. So,
Mm-hmm.
that right there is, is bad, and then when you don't really know how to express that, even in school, I wasn't no stupid kid, but I was very active, like in my own world, and it was for the attention of the lack of not knowing how to communicate. So, and not trying to, and like, I don't know, but I could think back now, not pinpointing it, but more or less understanding the actions of where that contribute to who I became. You know what I mean? As far as taking that mentality from growth of stages to who I became, to where, a young adult, adolescent, and making ultimate choices that, could have took my life at a point.
Right. So you've been doing marketing. How long would you say now?
Going on 10 years. I
Which
got
is,
about
which is
9
really,
solid
really
years in the
interesting.
game. Yeah, I got about solid 9. I should be going on 10 years now in the game. Started about 2011. I got
Mm-hmm.
into network marketing
Mm-hmm.
2011. Yeah, around there.
Right. So
About
what's some of the things that automatically that you can think of that you like about marketing and that you dislike about it, but
mm,
also explaining, your love that you have for it and the reason why you've been doing it for so long.
I mean, I'm gonna answer it backwards for why I've been doing it so long and why I don't like and what I like about it. So the reason I've been doing it so long, because it falls into consistency of who you are. It's not so much of what you do. It becomes a lifestyle. You know what I mean? So now it's like, this is who I am at a point of anything of consistency. So I was gonna bet on myself. I bet on myself. So this is just a lifestyle for me now. Whatever I choose to market, I've marketed many different things and finding my way. So, the answer to the second part to the question is what I don't like about it, because it also leads into that, is what I don't like about it is that, having to deal with people, because, our people at the point of them one thought thinking that you need them, they show you they behinds, and then it's like no matter where we could go with whatever we could do to help each other, it's always that, things work, people complicate everything. I don't care what it is. From my understanding of it, if it's a thing, we come together as people, we can make it work. But it won't work, that thing, if people, us, were complicated. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So and that's how I see it. And that's what I don't like about network marketing, itself. And I was just looking for something where it needed less people and just more, um, self input. So, and the thing that I do like about it is that if the people did wake up and get what they or came what they get what they came for and understand what this is, and not so much trying to not be uneducated and always saying pyramid scheme and scam. The first thing uneducated person could always say when we're talking about entrepreneurship and stuff of that nature. So, I personally love it through the fact that for my freedom, I changed my life. I still be able to create my income. I earn. I'm still able to, even though majority is strangers, I'm able to help others open their eyes to build their networks and brands. So, in the midst of that, you changing lives, because even if, let's just say, I help my man or a few of my peoples, but they have families. So now that's also feeding 5, 6 other people in each household. So I done change, hundreds and, when you look at that number, you helping feed thousands of people from what you believed in and put somebody else on to, and duplicate that. So I feel good about it. I love that about network marketing, and that's what why I stay so consistent with it, because of just that. I said, all right, and me being consistent in what I do, I be able to be successful. So that's what consistency always win. That's also another, little hashtag slogan I use, is that consistency always wins. And this is all from experience. You don't be a genius from reading a book or, you know, um, watching a video and trying to,
Right.
you become that in living life, So that's when we come back to being 40. It's amazing. Like, what I've been through in the last 23 years and even before it, because up to that, it's not so much of a blur, but it was like my life. It was like life after death. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
literally, and now I see what that big album was like. Something old dies, but it's a rebirth to something new, and that this is like life after death is beautiful here. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I be so serious about when I speak about anything. I try not to speak about nothing that I don't know about. If I don't know, I'm listening. Like, and it makes you smarter, because the less you talk about something you don't know, you get smarter. The more you talk about something you don't know, you sound stupider. So it's just simple. Yeah, just grown man shit.
Right. So what is trading, right? I want to know what is trading and what are the ups and downs. Even though obviously up would be, when you're making money from it and the money is pouring in, and the down
hmm
of it is when you're losing. But besides those two, is there any other aspects of it? And what is trading?
hmm Well, trading forex is foreign exchange. Uh, it's like the stock market on steroids. And I say that because the stock market, it is because I say that because the stock market is like, it's like a situation where you get something and it has to gain value for you to make money off of it, opposed to you trading something and making money whether it lose value or gain, long as you're on the right side of that trade. And this is where the analytical reviews come in at when you trade in foreign and cryptocurrency. So the the down part about it, opposed to losing your money, is that people don't put enough time and respect in the process of learning something, knowing that, okay, even education, because it's major. People we get caught in this system, and let me tie it in because it's gonna make a perfect sense. Is that we know thousands of people that's in debt for college, right? For student loans and stuff. That's not even in the field of education that they went to, right? But they
Right.
paid for that education. Do they not understand that? You pay for that. So when people be like, "Yo, why I gotta pay for this?" Or What are you talking about? Why are you questioning what you already in hundreds of thousands of debt for? You're paying for education. My thing is that I'm going to pay for education that's applying to my life. You pay for education that you never going to fucking use. You a certified what? And you work where? The fuck out of here. You just wasted, man. And you talk about going back to school? You got to be stupid. This is why I talk to my people. You got to be fucking stupid. You know how much time, you don't know how much time you got here on earth to be wasting that shit, this bullshit. And then you talk about trying to have a life. By the time you think about you ready to have a life, it's always three things. You got time, money, no life. You got life, right? You got lifetime, no money. You got, either the three, whatever one I didn't say, you got that. So, and it's like people don't get it that you got to have lifetime and money. So now you got to know how to manage your shit. Like, what the? It's not even hard. See, my thing is, I get it when we wasn't presented with the opportunity to be educated on how to find new ways. That's when we was able to settle, and it was like, yo, we was looked down upon, and this is the niche where I came up because we also running my illegal, lifestyle, running businesses. It was still running a business. My mindset was still a boss. So instead of the average person respecting that and trying to tweak the young man's mind, like, bro, you running a whole business, but let's switch it up because you're running a business. I got a full operation here. So for me to be an entrepreneur and run these businesses that I do now, it don't even be, this is like firsthand to me. I get it. Well, I get it. I'm not playing with my business partners because, we're going to have fun, but it's not a game. We're here to get money. I'm here to get this bread, especially if I gotta. This is why I also wanted to learn how to trade. If I'm not just bouncing from topics, but is that when you got to count on people like with residual income and network marketing, and then and this is where the pyramid thing people come in at, but it's not. You leveraging your network. And when you leveraging out and the average person don't know how to run something or get something done and they don't get the results that they want, they give up, they quit. And if you banking on a residual income that consists of people being active in anything and they not active, where's your money?
Right.
And this is why I was looking for something to learn. Forex is awesome. I don't need a soul. Now this residual income that I do make is effortless. And it's all natural. It's not like I'm out trying to, they hitting me up now. Now I'm picking and choosing who I want to do business with because it's a whole different ballgame. I don't need them. And and it's not the attitude of being cocky and mean. It's about, yo, okay, when you thought I needed you, you told me kiss your ass. You showed me your ass. This is a fact.
Right.
But I was so consistent in, well, I'm going to do this with or without you because you didn't know what my angle was. But now that I'm successful to a point where you might see some benefits in it for you, now it's like, yo, Jamie, yo, Mac, and now you want to, and now I'm supposed to just, oh, yeah, man, I'm going to pick and choose. And when I do decide, I'm going to throw 2-3 other people at you. Hey, you work with him, you ain't going to directly get this. You ain't going to get that no more. You blew that because had that back then, if I needed you to even help me create an income, what if that was to help me feed my children that I say I love? So when I can't earn, then that hurt my household because now me and my kids' moms might be arguing over something that I can't provide because of what I'm doing ain't working at the moment that you could have helped me be successful at. But that created something that helped hurt me financially that ultimately hurt me in my household. People don't look that deep into nothing. But that's how serious how it is. You understand? Did I not make total sense just now?
Right. No, you did.
Yeah, that shit affects your pockets, and you got bills, and you sharing the household, you got kids, and you focus. You're not getting no support, and all you needed was your friends and family to support whatever you was doing to the minimum, even if it was just reposting, sharing, whatever, because it's not always monetary support. Support, period. And and when you get none, so you got to put everything on your back. Like, I'm going to get this done. And this is how I was introduced to Forex because I was diligent in the network marketing field in the industry where, you get top dudes. So when that red phone call, you pick, hey, what's up? Yo, we making a move. And I was so glad I didn't initially take full action when I was introduced to it because it was foreign. And I was like, oh, man, this is a thing the million billionaires. Or, this was foreign. Every time I seen this, it was something that, you didn't want to be seen because it was like way out of your league. And I'm like, why wasn't we educated on shit that matter? What if we taught Forex from school? Niggas would never need a job. The fuck is like, oh man, I get so serious about it because like we fucked, yo. And if we keep going according to their curriculum, and you got the enemy teaching your kid, it's like having an enemy teach your kid. You sending your kid to school to have your enemy teach them. Because you don't have the time, because you got to go work for the other enemy to put a little bit of bread on your table. Shit is crazy. It's a dirty game, man. It's a dirty game if you're not focused. And the more you get woke in this crazy world, it's scary. So sometimes I get upset that and when you woke, it's like finding the truth, and now you just you keep looking. As much as you don't need it. It's no good for you to know it because it's so many around you that's sleep. It just keep going, and then you become like a distinguished individual. So then you talk different. You can say different shit. Niggas can't, like, all my social media pages is public. I don't talk nothing that got private on it. You know what I'm talking about? So when I speak what I say, I mean it. And anybody in the whole world that want to dispute it, come over here, because I'm not just talking. I'm speaking facts. And if you're just gonna, want to get a clip and you want to go on, like, yo, we could go live, boom, because I want to have that full word, because you can't possibly totally understand me from a post. You can get what I'm saying because I make it clear, but if you want to become judgmental, then let's have a conversation first. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you might understand what I'm saying, and I might be saying exactly how you feel. But instead, you want to judge me first, and you disregarding everything I'm saying, and now you judging the individual, the character. So, but it's all love because, I'm who I am. I'm not budging on that.
Right. So you mentioned something about the residual income, right? Do you think that one of the issues could possibly be that people don't know what that means? And so for you, why is it important for people to make residual income and, also learn about it? Why is that important to you? First, start off with telling us what that means.
Yeah, well, residual income is something that repeatedly happens after the initial work is done, just like a bill. After the initial contract is in and the services is paid, services is active, you get a bill every month. So that's a residual bill. A contract bill, like a rent, something that's gonna be there no matter how much you pay it up, that bill coming again. And all you did, that contract you signed for the lease was one time. You didn't pay that lease. You don't sign your lease every month. So that's what a residual income is. You do the work one time and you get paid repeatedly for it, as long as, you reach the qualifications for that specific pay rank or whatever that, the commissions are for that, the work that you did. So, and that's very important to do that, because if we could do the work once and get paid repeatedly for it, with the potential of it growing, with no ceiling, I think that's amazing once you understand that, opposed to having a linear income, a set wage. You only get a certain amount of hours that you can work, and then you probably overqualified, so you got to be walking on needles to keep the job. Like, it's too much. Jobs are expensive. Never had one. Very expensive. You gotta buy lunch every day. Like, you gotta pay for coffee every day. They don't have uniforms. You gotta buy uniforms. Jobs are expensive. And then the people that got the job, they don't even want to be educated that, okay, I don't knock the job, because we know the job is a stepping stool to anything you need to create a certain, your income, and which is dope. You got to have a plan, though. That shouldn't be, and if it is going to be something outside of that, it should be with a passion. It shouldn't be for the financial aspect of you busting your ass and always complaining. The average person be complaining. You know, you get a few with a passion for what they do, and because they got a different drive in life and purpose, they might not even be financially secure. They just might be that, you know, you might get a different type of person, which I get them type of people. But the average individual, we're going to keep it on the average person that wake up, that wake up, punch their bed because they mad they even got to get up, right? They got to go deal with, like life, like, damn, they hate Mondays. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they look forward to Fridays. I'd be like, yo, this your whole life? And you ain't trying to fix that?
Your whole life you gonna be angry?
Shit is fucked up. So I just be like, you know, for me, it just it gives me ammunition to keep going. Them people, word the mother, because long as I got them to prove what I'm doing and that is other ways to create income and what we was taught, what I could say is that never be afraid to learn more than you were taught, because even a teacher don't know it all. You know what I mean? So if I'm the teacher and you only gonna learn what I'm gonna teach, all you gonna know is what I know, and it's much more than that. And that's what the average person want to do. They want to stop after class and that's it. They don't want to, go deeper than what it's supposed to be. And that's just in life, man. You know, we get caught up in cutting corners, and that shit ultimately fucks you up because everybody ain't gonna bounce back from that corner cutting. You know, when you get caught up in that cutting corner mentality, you fucked. You know, just think about the average person that get food stamps, and the minute that they cut off food stamps, it's nothing in their refrigerator. Like, so you talk about we gonna starve if these people don't give you no food? You serious? You gotta be a fucking bum. If they giving you a fucking food stamp, that should just be extra. You know, you should be able to stack more bread. You should be able to do some extra shit with the money that you would normally buy groceries with. That shouldn't just be, that's the only thing you buy groceries with.
Right.
That's what I be talking about. And then, you know, people acting like with Trump, you know, he get in office. Not to get off topic, just a little bit with it, because our people are so weak. This is the only thing I'm pointing out, and I'm leaving that Trump shit alone, is that people they try to use the excuse of Trump as if they wasn't fucked up 4 years ago. These are the same people. Go back 4 years ago. Facebook was here. Let's go back 4 years ago on your Facebook. You was fucked up. The fuck you talk about? Now you trying to blame this on Trump? Niggas always looking for an excuse. They weak, man. Our people is weak, man. Our people is like babies that need pacifiers, man. And now they looking for these stimulus checks. You ain't doing shit. Now you waiting for a $600 check, $1,200 check. You know how much you could have made sitting here waiting for a fucking check?
Right.
What
are they gonna?
I don't look down on it. Anything extra is a bonus, babe, huh?
What are people gonna do with that check?
Weed, liquor, big ass eyelashes so they can fly away. They're going to have eyelashes on their eyes this long. They're going to be able to fly the fuck away. They want the longest eyelashes. I don't know. I just see stupid fucking shit. So, you know, that's what I see. They want to buy all the weed up so they could be the highest broke motherfucker in the world. They stupid. Nobody thought about, damn, I was just fucked up. Let me invest this. This is the money I could use to invest. You know, or anything. Well, like anything, they don't stop to think about nothing but dumb, broke motherfucker shit. And it's the mentality, you know, and this is why I say everybody won't win. And that's by choices, not chances. Because you could put the chances on the table, and now we got to make these choices. You know what I'm saying? We all get the same chances, but we ain't going to all make the same choices.
Right.
And it's to distinguish winners from losers. You know, it is what it is. You know, that's what it's going to be. And it's going to always be way more losers. Just like if you look at anything. Look at, instance I always use like for sports. You look at only one team win out of the whole NBA. So you got all these losers. So they're professional losers. Because you only got one team that won. So it's going to always be more losers than winners. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you got to understand that. So what you got to do is put yourself on that side where you want to be. You want to be a winner or you want to be a loser? As long as you're winning in your world, winning is a marathon. That's what people get caught up in that, especially social media. Fuck a lot of people's minds up because now they want to be in a race of something and they forgetting to respect the process before you know it is over. Anything you ever wanted to achieve, when you look back after you achieved it, the best part about it was the process. Because once you get it, it's the goal is done. That's like anything. You set yourself up, yo, I want to make $10,000. Once you get to $10,000, you're like, shit, I want 20. You know, and you forget the whole process of what it took you to get to 10 because you got your goal. So you know, if you go back and respect it, you're like, oh, and you can keep doing 10. Next, you know, you got 100,000 because whatever it took for me to do the 10, I'll just do that shit 10 times. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You're very beautiful, by the way.
Why are you getting distracted? Don't get distracted. Thank you,
No,
though.
you are. Just wanted to
Thank
say that,
you.
you know.
Thank you. So you want to give, shout out your information, like your business information, and if people want to get in touch with you, you don't want to do that?
No.
No?
Nah, I do. I'm just joking.
If people want to get in touch with you, where they can find you, what is your business information,
Facebook.
and anybody you
Yeah, I
want to
guess
shout out?
for sure. You know, let's first shout out my God, man. You know, for having patience and trusting in me, knowing that I was gonna be exactly who He created me to be, man. Secondary is my email is mackjt32@gmail.com. Instagram, 1check 2 commas. That's the number 1, the word check, the number 2 commas. Facebook, Jamie Mack Jr. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have no other social media platforms that I work off of, but those are the my contact. You know, social media's contact information for those that's interested and want to be educated on learning how to trade foreign and cryptocurrencies, as well as being certified as a travel agent, credit repair, things in that nature. Anything that's, you know, pertaining to, I'm connected pretty much to all aspects of entrepreneurs in pretty much all fields. So, you know, contact me. Let's connect. You know, even if I don't do it personally, I know somebody that's great that do it. You know, so yeah, man, I'm just like that. I'm a blessing. I just want to be a blessing. Just call me Bless. My name Diddy said his name Love. My name is Bless. My name is Bless, baby.
You change your name to Bless.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my name to Bless. I just try to bless everybody because, you know, it's a blessing if you can't, you know, see somebody else with it or give it away. It's like it's useless. So,
Right.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, it was dope. Wouldn't mind coming back. That was awesome.
All right. Bye bye.